Specific ways the mind reacts to and deals with PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, can develop after you've been through a traumatic event in your life in which you felt very afraid, horrified, or even helpless. Over time, the memory of this event becomes stuck in your mind and starts to interfere with how you live your life. As with any disease, you may feel that it has control over you and that it can stop you from living your life as fully as possible. However, as with any disease, you also have the power to lessen its effects in your life. When an individual experiences trauma, it's normal for their body and mind to react. When people are constantly under stress and don't feel safe, cortisol and adrenaline may build up in their bodies. This is a normal response meant to help them deal with short-term challenges. Eventually, though, these chemicals affect the brain cells and can lead to long-term changes in your mind, which may lead you to have trouble focusing or remembering things. External cues can remind you of your trauma. These triggers may also include people, places, objects, or events that remind you of past trauma. Triggers can be external reminders of an event, such as seeing pictures of a terrorist attack in a magazine, or internal cues, such as imagining yourself in a dangerous situation. It's important to realize that while triggers are common and normal, they can cause strong reactions in people with PTSD. Physical sensations can also trigger PTSD symptoms. Many people with PTSD report experiencing physical symptoms before, during, and after exposure to a traumatic reminder. For example, it's not uncommon for someone who was sexually assaulted to feel tense and alert whenever she enters a room without windows, when she sees a police officer at traffic stops, or when she hears someone yell no. In some cases, these feelings might last only for a few moments, but for others, they can persist for hours or days. PTSD can be hard to manage on your own. Most people know how to manage stress in daily life, but few of us are trained to deal with the trauma and its associated reactions. It's recommended that you seek professional help as soon as possible after a trauma. One of your first steps should be looking for a therapist who specializes in PTSD, which is most easily done by asking friends or family for recommendations. Distracting yourself from triggers is essential when coping with PTSD. Examples of healthy distractions include playing games, learning a new skill or activity, spending time with friends and family, and reading books. Keeping your mind off triggers and away from places where PTSD can occur is crucial in taking control of your symptoms. Although it's not always possible to avoid stressors in your life, there are things you can do to help manage your stress before it reaches a breaking point. For example, incorporating simple stress relieving practices such as meditating or getting enough sleep in your daily routine are ways to ensure that you're prepared when facing a challenging situation that could trigger PTSD symptoms. PTSD can't be cured. If a coping mechanism has worked for someone else but doesn't seem to be working for you, try another until you find one that fits your needs and triggers less stress. You don't have to do everything at once. In fact, doing too much will just make things worse and prolong your recovery process. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more content. Thank you.